Alright guys, today we are going to be checking out a brand new projector from Anker, the Nebula Cosmos 4K SE. First things first, I'd like to thank Anker for sending this projector out to me for review. I do get to keep it, however, no money exchange hands, and all the thoughts and expressions in this video on my own. Alright, before we get into the unboxing, let's take a look at the specs of this projector. The Cosmos 4K SE has a cinematic experience with 4K Dolby Vision. It has true-to-life vibrant visuals with the Nebula Master engine. It supports Dolby Audio and has 30-watt speakers. The screen size can go all the way up to 200 inches, and it supports universal compatibility with HDMI, USB, auxiliary, Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, and Google Cast. The operating system supports Android TV OS, and the display technology is DLP. It has 1800 ANSI lumens of brightness with an LED and laser light source, and the resolution is 3840 by 2160. And it also supports HDMI eARC. It has onboard storage with 2 GB of RAM and 16 GB of ROM. All right, let's check out what's inside. All right, so inside you get a quick start guide. Set that to the side. We have some accessories. So inside you get 2 AAA batteries, which is probably for the remote. And then you have your remote here. And on the remote you get a YouTube dedicated button, a dedicated Netflix and Amazon video. And then you've got your power button. Looks like you've got some screen adjustments. You've got your Google Voice. And you've got a cogwheel for settings, home button, plus, negative, back, and your mute button. And on this side, you get your pretty beefy power cable. All right, so let's get this open up. All right, there is the projector. And this thing it's got some heft to it. I don't know how many pounds it is, but I will throw that up on the screen. So just looking at this is very well built. This appears to be a mixture of metal and plastic, but again, it's very well built. So you've got looks like you've got some speakers on both sides for stereo sound. On the front, you can see we have our laser for the projector. And then on the back, we have our AC in, HDMI 1, HDMI 2, which is eARC, USB, and auxiliary. And then also on the front, we have a couple sensors for depth sensing and AI image adjust. So I guess you can adjust this with AI. And then on the top, you have your Cosmo 4K SE. And it looks like we have a little flap or port on top. Oh, that's the power button. So when you press it, it recesses, and that is what will turn the projector on. And then you've got your handle to carry this around. So this is kind of a multi-purpose projector because it's portable. So let's say you want to go on a camping trip, or you're going over to a friend's house. Maybe you have some kids, you're having a kids party, and you want to project this outside, maybe on your garage, or you hang up a sheet or a projector screen. This is pretty versatile because you can take this pretty much anywhere. And you can also use this for your home theater, or a casual man cave, family room, something like that. So that's the projector. We have all the accessories. Let's get this booted up, see how it looks. Okay, so we've got the projector booted up, and as I said before, this does support Android Google TV. So if you're familiar with Android Google TV, it pretty much looks the same across every device that it's on. There may be a few differences, but it looks exactly the same as NVIDIA Shield and any other device that runs Android TV. So it will make you go through the setup process if you want to set up your device to be synced across, with your Amazon Prime, Disney Plus, all that good stuff. Okay, so let's dive into the settings. And as you can see, it's pretty snappy. There's really no lag, and I do have the remote. I am sitting up front, the projector is behind me, and I have no problems controlling it. But let's see how snappy it is. So yeah, there's literally no lag. Also, there is a Nebula app that you can download. You can control the projector if you need to do some fine adjustments with the keystone and things like that. But for now, we're going to focus on the settings. So if I hit the settings button, you can see you've got your screensaver, your inputs, sound, picture, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, and some other settings that we don't need to worry about. So if we go into sound, you've got movie, music, outdoors, custom, and then you can turn on Bluetooth speaker mode. So I'm assuming you can connect a Bluetooth speaker to this. If you need to adjust speaker delay, you can do that here. And then expert settings, eARC is on auto, and I would probably leave that on auto. Okay, so let's look at the video settings. So if we go to picture, right now the brightness is at 100, and that's how it was when I turned it on, so I'll leave it like that. Ambient light adaptation, so this will automatically adjust brightness and contrast. I'm assuming if you have lights on in a room where you're using this, it'll try to make corrections. Picture mode, you have Nebula Master, Standard, Vivid, Sport, Movie, Game, and that's weird that it cropped in when I went to Game. So we're going to back out of that. We'll check Conference, and you can see the colors are way off there, so we'll keep it on Standard for now, and I'll adjust those settings when we get to some actual video. So you can adjust the black level, contrast, saturation, hue, sharpness. I typically turn this all the way off because sharpness just adds too much grain. You've got advanced settings, so you've got cool, temperature, warm, standard, cool, and user. You can change the settings on red, green, and blue. You've got digital noise reduction, MPEG noise reduction, DI film mode, gamma, MEMC, color space. So you've got auto, off, on, sRGB, BT709, Adobe RGB, BT2020, DCI. And then you can go to the color tuner and you can adjust some different settings there. And then you've got an 11-point white balance. So that's pretty much the settings. Let's jump into some video, kind of show you what that looks like. So if I go to YouTube,
onto a ceiling tile, we also include a metal surround, so you're not going to damage the ceiling tile. It'll clamp onto the metal.
So you can hear that in the background. This is just one of my videos that I want to use so I don't get copyrighted. It actually sounds really good for a projector. Of course, it is Anker. They make really good products. So yeah, I'll back this up just a little bit, show you what YouTube looks like, change some of the settings. So if I go to picture and then I go to picture mode, so right now we're on standard. Nebula Master looks like it adds a little bit more blue, and it looks like it changes it from 24p to 60p because it's moving a little bit quicker, or maybe 30p. So if we go back to picture settings, we go to vivid, it looks pretty much the same. We go to sport, you can see it kind of mutes the colors a little bit. We go to movie, gives it more of a natural movie look, and I believe it looks like it's 24p. Game, again, for some reason actually doesn't crop, and it blows up the image, so that's kind of odd. So if we go back and then we go to conference, and it just makes everything look greenish. So you can probably go in there and adjust that if you need to. So we'll go back to standard. Okay, so we'll back out of that. That's YouTube. Let's go into something maybe like Disney Plus or Amazon Prime. Okay, so earlier I was watching Shang-Chi, and as you'll see, it shows IMAX Enhanced, 4K Ultra HD, Dolby Vision 5.1. I don't believe this is IMAX Enhanced, but we'll check it out. So if I go to restart, and by the way, this is running off of Wi-Fi, off of my local network. Don't have any issues buffering. Everything seems to be playing. I don't know if you were able to see it, but the Dolby Vision tag did pop up. So this does, in fact, indeed support Dolby Vision. And it does look like it is displaying in the IMAX Enhanced ratio. So we'll skip this a little bit. And the picture looks pretty good. Obviously, I don't want to get a copyright strike. So I'm going to skip ahead here a little bit and get some color. So yeah, the image does look pretty good. It's very impressive. I've had quite a few of these projectors in for review. A lot of them have been cheap, just Amazon. People have sent them to me. I kind of stopped doing them just because they're not worth reviewing. This, on the other hand, is actually legit. I'm very impressed by the picture quality. Now, what I do want to show you is you can do some fine-tune adjustments. So if I hit this little button at the top, and you'll see that I am able to pretty much adjust this projector as needed. Right now, I'm adjusting the focus ring. So if you press the little focus button on the remote, you can go left or right, and you can see it's going in and out of focus. And yeah, I really like that this is an option on the remote. You can set it to auto adjust, or you can set it to manual focus. When I first set it up, I did the auto adjust, and it actually works really, really well. I just wanted to put it on manual focus to show you guys. And then here, I'm keystoning it because I had to keystone it to my projector screen because of where the projector is placed. But just know that if you use keystone correction, you will be losing some of the resolution because you're shifting the actual pixels. So it may not be 4K anymore. But I had to do it. And as you can see, I was able to get it to fit perfectly. That's not always the case with some of these other cheaper projectors that I've had. They just don't work very well with the keystone. I can never get it adjusted. This one actually works really well. And then yeah, here's some images. And again, the flickering lights are from my camera, not the projector. And I think it has to do with the DLP technology. Every time that I've used a DLP projector and I've tried to film it, I get these flickering lines. So I think it's just the way that the camera is filming it. You won't see these flickering lines on the projector at all. The only reason you're seeing them is because of the camera. But yeah, this is an impressive projector. Like I said, I've had a couple of these in on the channel, some cheaper ones, some no-name brands. They aren't nearly as good as this. They aren't built as good. The image isn't as good. The options that you get. There is an app that you can download to where you can make some fine-tuned adjustments on the app as well if you don't want to use the remote. I think the app works with Bluetooth on your phone. I did do some testing with it, and it works pretty well. But yeah, I'm very impressed by this projector. Anker Nebula, Anker always comes through. They make really good stuff. And again, the picture quality looks great. Brightness looks great. Obviously, I'm in a light-controlled room, and if you have this close to the projector screen or far away, it's going to depend on how much light you actually get. But I think this is going to be a very useful tool. Like I said, if you take this to, a camping trip, or you're having like a little kids party at somebody's house or outside, as long as you've got like a white surface, a white sheet, maybe like a garage door or something, if you're outdoors and it's nighttime, you should still get a pretty good image with some really good brightness. And then you've got the HDMI 2.1 and a bunch of other options. So yeah, I'm impressed. Let me know if you guys are interested in this. I'll leave some links in the description, and let me know if you guys have actually used this in your home theater or some other type of use case. So thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.